he brought us, as we would say, a very long way, a mighty long way.
Yes, for sure.
You know, and the sad part is because of his age and stage, he was not able to take it to, but he did the best thing he could have done. And just knowing what I've seen of her, and even knowing people who know her personally, and to hear her and to see the respect and admiration that people have for her from both sides of the aisle, from all walks of life, is amazing. We haven't seen that in a long time. But if she does not have help, so District 6 can vote me in, but let's say one of the other districts don't vote in. And we got this interesting vote that we need to keep from going back to Washington, D.C.
For sure.
Because I don't know if you're gonna be able to call me names. And, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna always respect the office, but afterwards I'm gonna have to tackle the show.
Now, I do want to say this before I get the gentleman here, and that is, now I'm working with you on your social media campaign, but I'm from Tampa, and I know in Tampa, in our district, in Hillsborough County, we have, now this is the last time I checked, which was a couple weeks ago, we have 1.4 plus million people in the district. Out of that 1.4 plus million people in that district, only 836,000 people are registered to vote. Now, taking into consideration, am I loud enough back there?
Yes.
Taking into consideration, you know, you have felons who can't vote, but we have Donald Trump who's running for president, but that's not another story.
But he can't vote. I'm sorry.
But, and you know, we have kids and things, but we have 836,000 people that are registered to vote. Out of that 836,000 people that are registered to vote, only, hear me clear, only 100,000 people actually voted in the primaries. Now, out of 800,000 plus people, only 100,000 people. Bishop, James was talking about this earlier. It is sad because people complain about what's going on in your local government, and you expect for the president to fix it, but you have to start at your local level. It's common sense. You cannot expect for the president, and you know, I'm here to discuss this with James so that he can, you know, he's telling you all this, but it is very sad that we sit out here and we look for the president to be the superhero, but we have to start at our local governments, because you cannot expect for the president to come to your courtroom and fix your problem when you are the ones allowing people to vote these people as the judge, the county commissioner, the clerk. All these people are elected officials. So we have to encourage people not only to get out and vote, please check your registration. I'm gonna say it one more time. Please check your registration and make sure that you are in there correctly. Make sure your signature is correct and everything. There's nothing wrong with checking periodically throughout the year, especially if you move, and do those things. And everybody in the county, there's 6 counties that you're going to be overseeing. Make sure that you get out and vote. Do not believe when people tell you, oh, your vote don't count, our vote ain't gonna count, we black folks, our vote ain't gonna count, they don't believe us. Let me tell you something, they're gonna come knocking at your door. I don't care if you're black or white, they'll come knocking at your door. Oh, please come vote for us. So if they're coming to your door, trust me, it counts.
I just wanted to make a comment. We had the opportunity, my husband and I, to go to door to door. We went with several others. I live in Marion County, but we went to Citrus County. And the reason we were told that they picked this particular neighborhood was because of all the registered Democrats, only 30% actually voted. And so we were knocking on doors and telling people, do you know that you can vote by mail? Do you know, are you registered? We were not going to unregistered voters. We were just going to people who show up as a Democrat. And we ran into situations where we had Hispanic literature, which was great, but we ran into situations, just us, where we needed French because there were Haitians. We needed, people from Canada that didn't speak English. So we talked with the representative that was with us that day because he's actually Canadian, French Canadian. I said, hey, could you give us some literature in French? But it really felt good because we felt like we were doing something, and that's what we need to do is knock on the doors and just provide the information. Just lead people to what they may not be aware of. We had people that said they weren't aware they could vote by mail. So, or there was some barrier,
But see, that's I call it the reverse voter suppression.
He wanted to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Democrats have the resources to challenge voting irregularity and disenfranchisement.
You're asking me, do we?
Do we have the resources and what do we need to?
Yes. Yes.
So on election day, and after that, would we be able to challenge irregularities?
Yes.
Can you repeat the question again that you had?
Do we have
A little bit louder.
Do we have the resources to challenge voter irregularities with counting of votes?
Yes, it's my understanding that
We have poll watchers.
we have poll watchers and things of that nature.
We have the.
Do we need more? Yes.
Yes.
But we do have them,
What
And we do
about,
have legal representation.
and we also have legal, yeah.
Talk about writing tracking. Talk about writing tracking.
Right in,
Tracking.
Oh. you're talking about if you,
Yes.
Tracking numbers.
track your ballots. Brain stop. If you do your ballot early, you can go to votemarion.org. I was saying it didn't sound right. That's votemarion.gov. And you can literally put in your name, your address, and things of that nature, and you can track your vote. You can track your ballot. It'll tell you received, when it was received, it'll even tell you when it's counted.
I'm surprised that Marion County has that because Hillsborough does not have that.
Every county.
They do?
Every county.
Oh,
See, that is again part of that suppression. Florida, there's very few states that have the vote by mail system down pat, like Florida does. And there's a couple states that I think you can only vote by mail. But Florida has been a state that has had a vote by mail system par excellence forever. And there was never any questions about it until President Obama was president. And then we start doing things to question it. But if you talk to most supervisors of election, Republicans or Democrats, they're offended by the things that are being said erroneously about how they handle their voting systems. And that's across the state.
So now we have 5 minutes and we're gonna wrap up because we're getting prepared to watch this amazing debate. Cause I'm anticipating. James, I want you to just, in 5 minutes, just give us a closing statement and what you plan on, again, what you plan on doing as going to Washington as District 6 U.S. Congress candidates.
Well, first and foremost, let me say thank you for all of you guys that came out to the watch party tonight. Hopefully people around Marion or around the district and even around the state sees the excitement and the crowd of people that are here in the room. And we just put this together in a couple days, And so that lets me know that people are really concerned about what's going on. I must say that first and foremost. I got to say thank you to the Harris Waltz team because them coming on board, the Harris Waltz nomination has brought an energy and an excitement amongst the nation. And I really believe it has flipped the atmosphere for the state of Florida. And with that being said, I pray that we continue on with this excitement and this energy moving forward. Amen. To tell you a little bit about me, again, I really do want to be a voice of District 6 in Washington. It's growing on me more and more every day. You know, I just got so bad. I have a cousin who's a realtor. I got her looking for places already, you know. But I'm excited about it because I'm learning more and more every day about the issues of District 6 that not necessarily makes us different, but makes us the same. All across the district, 5 out of my 6 counties, all are fussing and complaining about this erratic growth. All the same thing. All the districts, all the counties are talking about the effects of environment, whether it's, everybody's got a problem with the drinking water, you know? And just learning, I must admit, I've heard people talk about the algae and the different things, you know, but to me, I'm like, okay, it's grass, it's good, isn't it? Oxygen But as I'm learning, because I've also been endorsed by the Environmental Caucus, you know, because I've been sitting down listening to them, and they're sharing with me the reasons why our water across the district, where it might be building a lot of, compact building on one side of the district, but horse fertilizer seeping into the water table on this side of the district. At the end of the day, it's water. Our water tables are pet issues. Education, there's a problem. You cannot teach my nephews that slavery was a career center.
Yeah.
Right.
Or Job Corps.
Oh, yeah, they're telling people that.
They learn skills that would be beneficial for them in the
I've heard
future.
that one.
But I keep reminding people, telling of time started on the continent. Pyramids are on the continent. So somebody was building them. We have issues with things of that nature. Healthcare. Now, healthcare. I talked to a veteran who told me the other day that, when I first started running, he told me that he and his wife, they pick and choose about paying for things here, but their medication, they're ordering from Canada. Why? When we are supposed to be top tier, it's all because of money. And people are more concerned about a small few having more money than our nation. It baffles my mind about healthcare. I don't understand, how, and I'm almost afraid because I don't know what's going to happen between now and the election or now the new year, but they're wanting to get rid of Social Security. They want to get rid of Medicaid and Medicare. They do not believe in what they call entitlement programs. I believe that there's an extreme to everything. The answer is somewhere in the middle. And we got to be able to pull some of these extremes to the middle and say, guess what?
Yeah.
That sweet spot is having that conversation in the middle. It's not an all or nothing